Hey, it's me, Vay, and today I'm going to be addressing something I probably should have talked about like 3 days ago, and that is Minecon Live, the mob vote drama, the new update, all the good stuff. So, yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy this probably kind of short video. So first off, I just want to quickly mention what has been taking up most of my time and making me not able to put out videos. That's, of course, school, but I'm not here to talk about school. You probably don't want to hear about school at the moment. So the other one is a project I've been working on, and I don't know if I'll have it done by the time this video comes out, but if it is done, check the link into the description, and there will be a little something there. I don't want to spoil anything, so I might talk about it at the end of the video. We will see. So, let's talk about the mob vote thing real quick, all the drama, the petition. I don't know if it got to 500, hold on, I'm going to go check that real quick. Did it get to 500 signatures? Wow, lovely. The internet's out. So, I guess you can probably check now and see, but I don't have internet, so I might be on screen right now if the internet is up by the time I'm recording this video, which I sure hope it is. Anyways, people were getting all kinds of upset. I'll link a video in the description to kind of better explain why people were upset about it. Basically, we have 3 good mobs. Why can't we just add all of them? They seem great. People think that they're having 2 mobs taken away rather than adding one. And then there's a little hint of possibly they might be adding in all 3 mobs at some point, but we'll see, I guess. I have to wait till some point. Personally, I wanted them to add all the mobs. I do understand it's pretty hard to add 3 mobs. Mobs are probably, at least in modding, one of the harder things to do. You need the texture, you need the modding, you need animations, you need drops, you need sounds. So I can understand why they wouldn't want to have all 3 of them, but especially with such great ideas, it would be cool if you could at least implement all the features, like, being able to make boats go faster and have further reach in the future, along with adding the armadillo. I think, especially for this update, that's what people were voting on rather than the mobs, the features it added. So, yeah, but, then there's also the, little bit of, I don't think this is as big of a deal, or not as widely talked about, but it does kind of feel like the mob votes have been rigged. I don't know if people have been think about that. That is kind of a little bit of a conspiracy theory of mine. If you want, I might make a video on that in the future, or we will see, maybe in near future, maybe next week. I don't know. So yeah, that's the whole mob vote thing. By the way, Armadillo won, so we'll be getting dog armor and potentially some other new stuff. Maybe it wasn't the best candidate. I felt like it was probably the best candidate, but I know some people didn't think it was. I honestly thought that the penguin had the highest chance of winning just because, penguin, everyone likes penguins. But I guess we'll never be getting penguins in Minecraft. Well, unless they do add them in the future, which could definitely happen. So, yeah, pretty decent. Honestly, I voted for your armadillo, so I'm happy. And, yeah, so let's move on to the next stuff. Hey, just interrupting the video here for a second to remind you to like and subscribe and do all the other things YouTubers tell you to do. Because, it's free, it helps out the channel, and I'm probably trying to get to some amount of subscribers in some amount of time, so you better subscribe now to become part of the Some Number Club. The next stuff, of course, being what are they adding in this update? So, the big one, and probably the main feature, is the Trial Chambers, which is essentially like a big dungeon. Seems pretty cool, like the concept. New trial spawners will spawn mobs in waves, basically, and then you'll get loot from it. It'll scale in difficulty based on how many people you have with you. Overall, pretty cool concept. I don't really like the particles, though. They seem like Minecraft Dungeons-y, which I guess this whole kind of thing is a little bit Minecraft Dungeons-y, but I feel like it would have been better if it was different particles, it was the spawner fire particles instead. I don't know. Next up is the breeze mob. Also, by the way, a little quick thing about the trial spawners. I do like how it has block color coded which mob is gonna spawn. Strays are ice, slimes are moss. They didn't touch on that in the video, but in the video you can see a slime spawner that has moss, by the way. Anyways, so yeah, the breeze. Pretty sure that's what it's called. It's gonna be a little bit embarrassing if it's not. Kind of like a counterpart to the blaze. I honestly don't like how it looks. I like the concept, but the execution isn't all that great. I like having explosions that essentially don't damage you, but the animations, the look to it, it feels very, very modded. I know that's what a lot of people say, but it has kind of the weird jumping motion, just looks kind of weird, and it has kind of a different texture. The texture feels a little different, a little smoother and more kind of color palette-y rather than how normal Minecraft mobs and blocks and textures usually look. I don't know, probably something we get used to. Also, the moving rings look a bit strange as well. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know, other people might like it better, but yeah. But I do like the overall concept. I think if some of the visuals and stuff were improved, to be a lot better. I like the cool explosion particles thing, the whole idea where it can interact with like buttons and levers and stuff is pretty cool. I feel like people might be able to make some cool contraptions and stuff out of that. Yeah, speaking of contraptions, the new copper blocks. I think you know what I was gonna say there, but I didn't say it. So, pretty cool, honestly. I'm very happy with this idea. Adding new uses for copper, got the cool copper lamps that turn darker or dimmer when they get more oxidized. That's pretty cool. The copper grates look pretty cool. Copper doors and trap doors. That's a new thing. Having like metal trap doors. Well, I guess not really because it's iron. But they do look pretty cool. I'm assuming that you're probably gonna have to shift click to wax them, or yeah, I guess wax them, but also like axe them. So not quite sure exactly how that part's gonna work out, but I think they'll probably be able to figure that out. I think that's all the new copper blocks are gonna add, right? Yeah. There's also the new presumably tough blocks. I think that yeah, they are tough blocks. They look a little too smooth in my opinion. I think they need a little bit more depth to them, but they're pretty cool. I do like the designs of them. And now for the Auto Crafter, or just the Crafter as it's called. Personally, cool idea. It seems a little expensive. By the way, they do have it out as like a beta. I'm not going to be covering snapshots because snapshot videos don't really do that well on my channel. That's not really what my channel's all about. But there is a crafter out. I like the GUI. I like how they've handled it. Obviously, a feature people have been wanting for a long time. Seems honestly pretty solid item. Based off of what we're having in the beta, the limitations do seem a bit limiting. So I'm not really a huge fan of that. The main thing is the recipe. It seems kind of expensive. If I remember correctly, you need a lot of iron for it. Maybe it's just one iron. I don't remember. Still, it's a pretty basic function for how much it costs. Although I think it's one of those things where like if you utilize it a little bit, it's not going to be that helpful, but you can utilize it a lot to make it extremely helpful. So it like has a really big curve from not helpful to really helpful. But I don't really play survival, so it doesn't really help me out a whole ton. I'm not like a huge redstoner. Probably won't help me at all, but it's a pretty cool addition. I think a lot of people are gonna like it. And yeah, overall, thumbs up for that. Just gonna quickly touch on some of the other things they talked about on Minecraft Live. One of them, of course, being the Minecraft Legends stuff. I don't have Minecraft Legends. I don't really care. But that's having the witch as a companion or ally. I don't know what you call them. There's also the one piglin that makes noise, and then also a frog rideable mount thing. All seem like solid additions, I guess. Again, I don't play Minecraft Legends, not really my type of game, so yeah, okay, I guess. I think that's really all they announced in terms of like big things. I'm pretty sure there was something else. Oh yeah, there's a new Star Wars DLC. That's pretty cool. I probably won't get it, but that's cool. And then there was I don't remember any of the other things. So yeah, I guess that's the end of the video, and I'll see you next week.